Hey guys, main team here. This matchup will be against Silk with a diamond rating of 1,936 and 692 wins, 673 losses. Let's go to Metalopolis. And as you can see, I'm playing random now, so pretty much luck of the draw. My opponents will be in the red. I will be the blue Protoss, so it is a Protoss versus Zerg matchup. And yeah, I probably could proxy him, but I'm trying to actually learn the races, so I'm not doing that right now. Anyway, we get close position spawn, so no fast expansion is easy to hold, but we'll see. Sending out a probe scout. I want to make sure I'm not going to get caught by any 6-pull shenanigans. Chose to not wall off, but yeah, I really haven't any trouble with early link pressure. You know, whatever. Didn't see anything too scary there. I guess it would be way too early for a 14 or 15 hatch. So really I should be looking closer to the 2 mark. But yeah, he goes spawning pool. And if someone goes spawning pool and drops the spines, it's really hard to zealot rush them. So good call there. I got a second gateway anticipating fast expansion, but when I didn't see it, well, slight delay, but no biggie. And just get some defensive zealots out. 17, 17. So we're doing similarly here. Keep pumping probes. Should really be using my chrono boosts more, although as long as you don't hit 100 here, at least not losing out on the opportunity to use them in the future. I think I might have played Silk in the past. I'm not sure. Definitely was not Protoss when I did so, however. Anyway, he's going roaches. Good answer to 2-gate. He probably thought I was going to try to 2-gate press him, but I really just went 2-gate to counter expansion, which he did not do, and I saw that he did not do, so no point there. And grab assimilator, forge. I like my upgrades, and the opportunity to cannon is nice as well, just depending. Probably not the best placement in the world right there, though. I really should put the cannons at the ramp choke, just because they have to go through them then and take damage. But anyway, we get to our first action of the game here. My opponent is sending 5 roaches at nearly 6 minutes along with some lings. And expanding. So I will have, how many zealots? 5 zealots, I believe, yeah. Against 5 roaches, 5 lings. So, not the best thing. He cut some drones to pull this off. And yeah, that's just... Man, those roaches can drop the zealots quickly. But he doesn't have roach speed or anything yet, so it's not like he can kite me off the creep without roach speed too effectively. And we're going to see that right here. Yeah, he tries, but every time he stops, he gets hit, so... Yeah, they're a little bit better than they would be if they were melee, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. And I can just, you know, micro zealots to attack individual roaches, or if he isn't pulling individual roaches, then just attack move. But really not worth the damage here. He did, however, set up his hatch. And I probably should have counterattacked right here. A lot of people expand when they attack. I'm not one of them, but a lot of people will. If I just chrono boosted out a few more zealots, well, he probably could have kited me, so no, I couldn't do that. What I should have done right here is just quickly expand myself. Drop a few cannons and get into the macro game. Run 2 base, keep on par with my opponent, and that would work out just fine. But instead, I decided to develop my 1 base. I'm still learning Protoss, so go easy on me when I'm playing what is essentially off race right now, and against the race I'm most used to playing, the Zerg. So it's not as awkward as like Terran versus Terran is for me right now, for example, or, you know, Mirror Protoss. Again, probably a little bit high on the defensive structures, considering he's macroing up. And this is something I really need to watch in the future, is the Zerg macroing up. I either need to press them really hard, or, yeah, just she said, or macro it myself. Anyway, I'm going sentries and zealots. Going to be getting zealot charge soon. I like that combo. I think it's better against the Marines and Marauder Bioball, though, because Marauders aren't especially great versus zealots, especially if you have an armor upgrade. And no, Marauders are not either with charge, because then they kind of offset the concussive shells and the Guardian Shield just seals the deal, but that was a poor choice against roaches. Here I get some lucky Overlord snipes. It's nice to know that I'm not the only person who leaves their Overlords out to dry and gets supply locked. Like, apparently other high levels do that also. It's real smooth. I see the Spine Crawlers. Really no hope of winning this. He probably could have chased me and done a lot of damage here, but he didn't do that. So that was fortunate for me. Notice that I am starting to fall behind in macro, though, just because he's on 2 bases. And I'm trying to get an expansion set up, but at this point, you know, the damage has kind of been done. I do have a weapon upgrade and an armor upgrade, but, you know, he's just got too much more supply. You know, upgrades are good. They're going to give you a lot of help, but they're not going to completely change a 20 supply deficit of units, and we're going to see that here. Also, my unit composition choice so far has been really poor. When you have Roach Hydra like this, really Stalker with Guardian Shield or Robotics Facility units are better. Well, specifically Colossi for the Hydralisks. But if you're not getting the Colossi, then definitely Guardian Shield plus Stalker for the Roaches. And maybe a couple Zealots just as a mineral dump when you have too much gas crisis. And to tank for you a little bit. But, you know, Stalkers will get through the Roaches much more quickly. And really, Guardian Shield's only good against Hydralisks anyway, so I went way too Sentry heavy, not Stalker heavy enough, and I didn't get my units out quickly enough, so that really set me back, unfortunately. The other thing I did is I just let my opponent out macro me. And yeah, he's just starting to control the whole map here. Looking quite bad for me. I'm trying to secure my expansion again. You know, maybe he'll choke. That's really my only hope, is that he chokes really badly. Yeah, again, he's trying to kite, but not too effective. Not against charge lots. Especially off the creep. On the creep, they're pretty rough, but off the creep, less so. Working on my level 2 upgrades now. The other nice thing about Zealots against Marine Marauder Bioball is that, as you notice, most of their health is not shields. Yeah, this was kind of ill-advised on his part. He has just to turn tail and book it out of there. But yeah, most of their health is health, not shield. So EMP is less effective against them. I really want to try that out. If they're just going straight Bioball, like I've seen a lot of Terran do against Protoss. Let's see how that works out. And yeah, here comes the Mutalisk Trask. Again, response to it slow. I'm used to having fast Zerg units. These are not fast Zerg units. And even Hydras on the creep are pretty fast. Cannons do help me out a little bit, shoo them off. But at this point, that wasn't even really necessary. He could have just gone, say, like Roach Hydra all the way and just outmassed me. In fact, I'm a little surprised he didn't do that. I don't know why he transitioned. You know, I don't know what he saw there that was threatening to him. Roach Hydra can definitely beat Zealot Sentry, and with the macro advantage he has, easily will beat any gateway play as well. You know, 4 gate's great, but not against like 3 bases. But you know, whatever tickles his fancy, and Lings will get the job done too, I suppose. Yeah, notice how Guardian Shield really screws up Hydralisks. Their bouncing attack isn't very good. And their initial damage isn't all that impressive either. And he actually runs into trouble here. Wall that pretty well. We're actually even on upgrades. Me because I'm chrono boosting the upgrades, and him because he has 2 Evo chambers. Always good. I'm seeing more and more of this out of good players now. But yeah, just allowing my opponent to sit on 3 base like this and out macro me, so painful. 68 supply to 130. You're not going to win that. Even if 20 that's tied up in drones, the difference is just too huge. And there's no running from Zerg either. Well, not easily anyway. Maybe if I was using Phoenix, but that's about it. And again, I get Nidus wormed. In a more competitive game, that might make a difference, but it really doesn't here. I'm getting double team attacked on each side. So, yeah, a lot of mistakes by me here. It's hard to play through your aces, but I'm going to get used to it. And I think it's more enjoyable for you guys if I bring you a variety of matchups. And since I mostly cast my own games, the best way to do that is to play random. Sometimes it works out for me. This time it did not. So that's going to be a good game. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't, and I will see you in the next one. Me and team signing off. Well, once I GG out, that is. There you go. See you guys next time.